So there's this coder. Her name's Michelle Wang, and she developed really cool.
What?
Really?
Well, a female coder is always funny to me.
That's true.
Oh, that's what you're laughing at?
Yeah, of course.
What are you laughing at?
I thought just because I said Wang.
No, it's a female coder thing.
All right. She made this really interesting AI program that not only did she create it, but she also put the instructions so we could make it ourselves if we wanted.
Wow.
But-
Open source.
Yeah, it's
That's so
She
nice.
took 10 years of her own diary entries from when she was a kid, and she fed it into this machine that created a simulation that allows her to text chat with her younger self.
What the?
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's like her younger self will use the information from her diary to formulate answers in the style of speaking that she was.
Okay, Tom Riddle.
What's a diary and what's a journal?
Good question.
It's like it's gender. It's like nosotros, nosotras.
No satras.
Makes
Come
sense.
on, I'm not a.
I failed Spanish 4 times, so that makes sense.
Can we see what the difference is? I never knew what the
A
difference.
journal and a diary? Yeah, I'll show you right now. Hang on.
Yeah, a journal is something that like a therapist will recommend you do in order to log things, get things out of your mind. A diary is something that like a wimp and a bitch will do in order to fucking cope with shit.
Don't make fun of my shit, dude.
You have diary?
I had a diary when in elementary school. They made you make your own diary with fucking like construction paper, and every day it was like you had to start with Dear Diary.
Wait, isn't journal like more observational and diary is more from a personal perspective?
Don't pretend like you have the answer this whole time and then suddenly just bring it out when people.
No, I've just been thinking about it. That's
Say
why.
that with the question mark.
I've been thinking about. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's exactly what I told you earlier when the cameras were off.
Like this happened, whatever. But it's not necessarily your own feelings that you're injecting. But diary is like this is how I feel about what happened.
You know, I think it's up to the person who's writing in it.
There you go. This is a diary. Kind of the most common.
Oh, okay. I see the
With the
difference.
lock.
And the journal's brown.
No, that looks like a sensitive journal.
No, that's a diary. It's pink.
That's a diary.
Journals are in composite notebooks.
This is a fucking journal.
Whoa.
Whoa, is that a
Trapper
Keeper? Yo.
Fuck yeah, I missed those, man.
I'm gonna get a Trapper
goes-
Keeper.
You can run them over. You can do whatever you want. You can shoot them with a gun.
You have slots for your pens.
And they even have a built-in clipboard on the inside?
Yeah.
Protective cover.
I couldn't afford that, so I only had peachy folders that were given out for free.
Oh, I remember those too. Those are
Yeah.
cool.
I think did any of you guys ever keep a journal when you were younger?
I tried to.
I did for like 9 days after the movie Harriet the Spy came out, and then I got bored.
You got bored of your own journaling?
Yeah.
You know who made it cool? Doogie Howser. At the end of the show, he would write lessons. So I actually tried to. I'm like, try to like write a couple things. Then after like 2 of them, I was like, this is fucking boring.
Doogie Howser made something cool.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Did you really think Doogie Howser as a character was cool?
Yeah, the kid doctor.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
Let's jump him after this.
Fuck this guy up.
Sorry, Bart, we have to jump you.
That's
Steve
fucked
said.
up, man. Doogie Howser was cool, dude.
Said something incorrect, so we have to jump you.
He's cool. Doogie Howser was fucking cool.
Say that, man. You have tears in your eyes? I wish you didn't say that.
You're my fucking hero, man. Fuck.
Doogie Howser's cool, kind of cool, man.
Imagine the bad video.
Yeah. You ain't nothing. You ain't bad.
You ain't bad.
But yeah, that's the crazy thing about a journal is like I remember when I was doing a journal when I was really young. It was very data-based and informational. It's like here's what happened today, but it wasn't so much how I felt.
It was like a police report.
Yeah.
3 suspects walked into my room, tried to ground me.
My 2 roommates.
I'm describing people to myself, sketching them. Yeah, but then my sister's diary, which like I would find occasionally, I go, oh, it's like more about how she feels about things.
Yeah.
The current state of her life.
I would read my sister's diaries too. And they wouldn't know, and I'd be like,
Was it anything cool?
nah, it was no intel. You'd be like, Nick is a fucking idiot. I hate my brother. He's a piece
I know
of
you're
shit.
fucking reading this right now, you son of a bitch.
And I'm like, they don't.
Or it's not one of those things where they have a crush on a guy named like Sam or something like that, so they write like Sam 1,000 times in a row.
My sister's was so boring. It was like, how do I get my massive titties in this little top? And I'm like, oh my god.
Good God.
Brick.
Oh, you know what? You know what's one real thing I did write about? I think when I was like 11, there was like I did have a journal entry that where I was struggling between which girl do I like, and the difference was that one of them was like really pretty, and the other one was just fucking hilarious.
Oh.
And those were like the 2 things that I was torn between.
And
Well, I mean,
you're 11.
answer's obvious.
Yeah.
Answer's obvious.
Answer's obvious.
Answer's obvious.
Yeah, let's not say.
Let's say.
I'll say it, the funny one.
Let's think.
No, of course not. At 11? I got better jokes than her.
Good point.
I can make myself laugh.
Can't make yourself pretty though.
Yeah, that's true. No one else kept a journal or Anthony diary or anything?
I would have a journal.
I have a journal still that I haven't written in for a long time, but I still have it. I used to.
Nikki does it every fucking day, and she has like, I mean, I don't know. When we're moving, I have to have like 7 boxes of journals.
Is it scheduled? It's like my morning thing or my night thing, or it's just whenever?
It's morning.
Oh.
I had a lot. I do have a journal actually. I stopped writing in it because I wanted to see and log in. I was waking up with these anxiety attacks. It would just come out of nowhere.
Huh.
And I would just be like 3 in the morning, and it's just like I feel like I'm being chased or whatever. I can't go back to sleep, and I would have them at different times, like out of nowhere for no reason. Like I'm having a blast with you guys, go to sleep, and I'll just wake up like fuck, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm at home, I'm okay. So I drew out a calendar, and I wrote down every day, like, oh, it happened. How's my mood today? Like, what are the things I'm eating? Like, I just wanted to get down to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Is it I'm working out or whatever? So then I did that, and I logged it in, and in those in between pages, I would just go off on like a mental dump. And I think like whatever was trapped in my head in the morning, like, or whether it be 3 a.m. or whatever, when I wake up in a fucking panic, I can't go back to sleep, so I just write. And I just write. Whatever it is on my head. And it could be as stupid as like, you know, what form of martial art is the real one? Or like something stupid, right? Like it doesn't fucking matter.
Soon, right?
The real one.
Which one is the actual
Joe wakes up
real
with an
one?
anxiety attack. Like, fuck, what's the real martial art?
It'll
You
be
should have bought that fucking scooter. I knew I should have bought that fucking scooter. It's not there anymore.
yeah, it'll be like super unrelated
Huh.
things that shouldn't bother a human being, or it would be like legit. Like, man, I actually have it in my backpack. I carry it with me everywhere. And then as soon as the crypto crash went down, I was getting them every fucking day. And then I was writing down specifically what was going on. And then with Junbi building up in Hawaii, and then I think like once everything started to get to this point where I have control, like I could build my business, I can do things, then it just all disappeared.
Wow.
But I do get them periodically in my life.
Reassume control.
I think that's what it was.
It was you were slipping because the
Yeah.
calamity of other things, not out of your control.
And then so journaling
Dr.
or
Steve.
whatever felt like it was the only thing I can brain dump and like centralize whatever was going on.
sense.
Brain dump is a really good way
I've
of
done
doing
that with dreams because you ever wake up after having a dream and gone like that dream was brilliant.
Yeah.
Like where like it's like man that was like a murder mystery but it made so much sense. It's like every little piece of it was like so interesting and
Like,
shit.
you could never think of that awake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then so I started to keep my phone next to me with the notes open and shit, and then I'd wake up and I'd write it down and then I'd read the next day. I'm like, oh no, you think it makes sense, but
Right.
it's actually fucking sucks. It's just that you woke up and you're like, whoa, that was profound, blah blah blah. But no, when you write it down and then you're just in that moment, it seems like it. But then the next day you're like, what the fuck was I talking
Your
about?
understanding of it is that it's a hit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's a smash.
total
hit.
ass.
Yeah, exactly.
The funny thing is, did you guys ever have Zanga back in the day?
I never had a Zanga, no.
So Zanga was like the journal, kind of like predating most social media.
That's probably why it was too many words.
Yeah.
I need pictures.
Back then.
Yeah.
There was a thing called Wayback Machine. It's a website
Oh,
that
yeah.
logged
Still use
all
it.
the old websites that don't exist anymore.
Wayback Machine?
And then like I went to see if my old Zanga was still up.
How did you even remember?
Wayback. You have to remember your actual URL and then check, and then it'll maybe at some point in time have logged it, and it did have it. And the only thing on there is on my actual account in 2003. I remembered I deleted all of my other. I used to write a shitload of stuff on here, and I remember I privated everything, so I'll never see it again. But there was one thing that I left, and it was on September 14, 2003, and it's the entire story of what happened to TJ the day after it happened.
Whoa.
And I totally fucking forgot that I wrote this, and then like I read it over, and I was like, holy shit, that's my day after understanding of like exactly what went down.
That's crazy. Does it give you goosebumps reading?
Yeah, it's creepy as fuck because I'm also talking in a total different way. It's like, holy shit. Like, it really does feel like I'm listening to a kid from, you know, like a kid I barely know. The same way that she did this AI thing and is talking to it, it's probably, she said it gave her this like really, like, kind of like an out of this world feeling. Because it's like you think you should know this person, but the growth between then and now is so great, and I think it's greater than anyone can really like comprehend. But when you're faced with like speaking to or listening to that person, and a thing that you remember in a different way now, it really, you see the distance, like it's fucking huge. Yeah.
I'll whoop the shit out of my younger self.
Why?
Same.
Slap his ass.
Why?
Tell him to grow up a little bit better, a little bit quicker.
A little bit better.
Like, why the fuck do you want to dance, you dumbass?
That's the thing you would change?
What tell them to do? Not dance?
I'd probably be like, don't get in there
Don't
with
battle-
Bart and Joe.
The Battle Mike song at the college party.
No, just do that. That one was still a good one. You know, actually, my journal and what I have is in this little gray notebook that was given to me a long time ago. But it was because, you know, I was constantly traveling and teaching and performing or judging showcases, right? You know, the whole fucking dance world thing where you're going, and oftentimes you're by yourself. Right, so like the interesting thing that you realize is when you do like phenomenal things, when you like experience amazing experiences, and then you don't have like a very, very close friend that you can like debrief with or bring that shared experience back with. Even when you go home, you try to explain to your significant other, explaining and recounting something is never the same.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so no matter what, there's a language that it just can't get spoken, and sometimes the only way that you feel that you can hold on to something is writing whatever it is down. So I started logging.
Go fuck it into them though.
Yeah.
True.
Open up about that.
True. And they don't usually appreciate when you talk about your groupie conquests.
Yeah, I didn't log those things. I wasn't as successful as you, Joe, at fucking all of my groupies.
Not groupies, fans.
Usually don't like it.
I thought Hannah was like she thought it was entertaining.
Girlfriends don't like it when you talk about when you have sex.
Yeah,
on
so
the
these were
road.
wholesome, great stories that I wanted to hold on to myself in case I got like dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that. But what about the groupies you fucked?
Like I said, girlfriends don't like it. When you talk.
You ever do like would you prefer writing it or would you prefer like doing a voice note or even recording your own self like
I don't like hearing myself
I don't want
talk,
to hear myself talking.
which is probably why I don't watch the show.
You know what's a crazy thing about memory? So our memory's so fucking wild, right? That when you remember something about your past, you're remembering the last time you thought about that memory.
Oh shit.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.